Hi, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make the pumpkin pie that I sold hundreds of in my bakery. And this recipe comes straight out of my cookbook, Secrets of a Professional Baker. If you're interested in getting a copy, I've got a link on the screen. If you want just the copy of this pumpkin pie recipe, I've got a PDF that you can download, and the link for that is on the screen now. On to making pumpkin pie. First thing you want to do is have a single pie crust ready to go. And I've got one here. Making this will be for another video, but this happens to be in a 9.5-inch pie pan. You're going to need something relatively big. If you don't have one this big, you can still follow this recipe, which is for one pie. If you have too much filling, you can just bake it in a greased bowl. It'll be just fine. Okay, now I am starting with a 15-ounce can of pumpkin that I've emptied out into this bowl here. And now I'm going to add the dry ingredients, which first I've got 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of salt. I've got sea salt there, use whatever salt you want. 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. Now, first thing I'm going to do is just mix this together with the pumpkin, and I want it blended really well before I go any further than that. The next thing I'm doing is I'm mixing in 2 lightly beaten eggs, and I'm just going to stir this until they're blended in well. The last ingredients to mix in is a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, certainly not sweetened condensed, just evaporated milk. Now this is full fat milk. You could use low fat if you really want. You could even go with skim, but if you do use skim milk, that pie is not going to have the richness that you would expect it to have. So my recommendation is to use the full fat version, but if that doesn't suit well with you, go with the low fat, but I would avoid the skim. And I'll be back as soon as this is mixed. My pie filling is now mixed very well, and I'm ready to pour it into my unbaked pie crust, ready to go. Now the oven is already preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to bake this at 425 for 15 minutes. And then I'm going to leave the pie in the oven and then just reduce the heat to 350 and allow it to continue baking for another 50 to 55 minutes. And then you want to bake it until a knife, butter knife inserted in there, comes out clean. And I'll show you what this looks like when it comes out of the oven. Here's our finished pie, and oh, it looks so good. Allow it to cool on a rack for at least an hour, preferably 2 hours, until it's really set up well. And then you can chill it or just go ahead and slice into it. I promise I sold hundreds of these pies over the course of the years when I had that bakery. People loved them, and we do too. So let me encourage you to give it a try. Give me some comments in the block below. This is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Have a great day.